What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Bet with the Boys. We are doing the video for Friday, April the 18th, and we have our best bets in both the NBA and MLB. Super excited for the play in games tomorrow. These have actually been a raging success. I mean, that Memphis Golden State game on, what was that, Tuesday, was one
hmm
of the greatest games I've watched in a long time.
Yeah, I'm excited about tomorrow because I'll actually be able to stay up and watch them being on Friday night. We will have a video coming Friday night, so notifications and with a special guest. But yeah, turn the notification bell on because you don't know when you're going to get these videos. With our work schedule the way it is right now, we're doing them 7 a.m. in the morning, 10 p.m. at night, and then randomly throughout the day.
Yeah, we just, luckily, Eric is starting a new job on Monday. So we should have a better idea of what our schedules are going to be so we can figure out a time where we can both do them, more consistently.
Yep. So, anyways, a lot of picks tomorrow. We got five. We never have five, but cover the recap right now. We are 0-2. Unfortunately, we had JP Series going over his strikeouts. He finished with two. We also had the Rays on the money line, and the Yankees were freer than free, even though everybody was on them. And the Rays just continued to leave the bases loaded. So we do have one more game. We have the over in the Angels and the Rangers game, which is going to be it's going to come down to the wire most likely, but hopefully we do go 1-2 again today. We went 1-2 yesterday. It's honestly not a killer. It's not fun, but it's not the worst thing either.
Yeah, and hoping to have a big bounce back with these five bets. Like you said, Jackson AI has lost. Um, he lost yesterday, and right now the pick for Jackson AI is 0-2 in the last 2 days. So hoping it has a bounce back as well.
Yeah, it's still 6-3, so great stuff. And I mean, 1-2 is not fun. We don't like it, but we were on a pretty good run and only giving up 2 units, and then hopefully having a good day tomorrow would go a long way. Like and subscribe. Before we get into the video, I'm trying to gain more subscribers. Like we're basically on track gaining like two a week, and we just got to do better than that. It helps us stay motivated. We're gonna put out pics regardless, but just be nice and hit that subscribe button for us.
Yeah, if you haven't done it, please do it. It really does help. So,
Yep. So if you want to become a member, the link will be in the description. It's $2.99 a month. The weekend's coming up. If you want those picks, we do have, we will have basketball on Saturday, the NBA playoffs. So we're excited about that. If you want those picks, we'll do baseball as well, and we'll throw out some more Jackson AI picks.
yeah, Saturday and Sunday. And you can get that referral code as well for Jackson AI. Pinesports.com is where you find it. And if you type in BetBoys25, that will get you 25% off your subscription. And that there's different packages that give you different amount of prompts you can ask the AI in there. Go around or go ahead and play around with it for free. I think you get 5 questions. So go ahead and do that. See if you like it. Kind of learn how to use it before you start paying for it. And then when you do start paying for it, get 25% off with BetBoys25.
Yeah, go see what we're talking about at least. And then we'll get into the picks. We're going to start with pick number two because, we always fail to put these in time order. This was on Jake. Um, but pick number two, D backs and the Cubs. We got them over 10 tomorrow. It is a 2:20 p.m. game, so a little bit of betting action in your Friday work schedule. Never hurt the boss, the company, or anything of that nature. So production, might drop a little bit, but we're going to cash this one. We got Corbin Burns on the mound against Colin Ray, who's pitching for the Cubs. So anytime Burns is on the mound, the public loves Burns. And then Ray has a 1.0 ERA himself, yet the total in this game is 10. It's 10.5 on some books, and it's juiced to the over. So it's supposed to be good hitting weather with wind blowing out, and that makes a big difference at hitter friendly uh, Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Yeah, 14-mile-an-hour wind blowing out. It's going to be a beautiful, sunny 75-degree day. So, perfect conditions to get some hits And also, I mean, these big numbers, you couldn't pay me to take the under. Well, you could, but you'd have to pay me a lot to take this under because I think the over is easy cash. When the public sees these big numbers, they just think under. Like when we first started betting, we would have probably taken the under in this one.
Yep. So we were talking about this game, and you don't see tens or tens and a halves in baseball, usually unless you're playing in Colorado at the Rockies, just because
Yeah.
of the altitude. So you see a big number like this, you got to dive into it. And then you see Corbin Burns pitching against a dude with a 1 ERA. Um, yeah, so the weather's going to play a big factor, and the Cubs are actually really freaking good on offense this year. I think they might be the number one team in the MLB and putting up runs. Either them or the Yankees. And then the Diamondbacks are pretty good themselves. They've been
If you
scoring a
saw me
lot.
shaking my head, it's because Mike Trout just barely missed hitting a homer. He it was just foul ball, but almost cranked it. So, but yeah,
Yeah, we need that over in that game. My Trout's terrible, by the way.
he's not having a good game. But all right. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to pick number one now. After doing pick number two, we have the Houston Astros on the money line, minus 135, 8:10 p.m. game. We took a long time researching these picks and trying to figure out which ones we like best. We came back to the Astros and both agreed that we were going to take them.
Yeah, so basically, long story short, the pitcher for the Astros is being undervalued with his expected ERA being lower than his actual ERA. And he's got good stuff. So we like this lineup in this situation. Against the Padres, the public's obviously betting the Padres at plus money tomorrow, and it most likely is not going to happen for him if things go our way.
Yep, agreed. And then let's go ahead and do the Jackson AI pick of the day. Move into the NBA. We have got the Hawks playing the Heat, and we have the Hawks Trey Young going over 36 and a half points and assists. This is one that we actually really like. That's why we picked it from the Jackson AI. Trey Young actually plays pretty well in these high leverage moments, and I could really see him going for over 30 points uh, alone, minus without the assists. So I think this line is very attainable for him tomorrow. He shot what 8 for 21 last
Yep.
game, so
And only hit 1 3.
and still had what 20 what how many points?
He had 28 points and I think 6 assists. So
Yeah,
34.
shooting almost 33%, a little bit above that, and still had a lot of points. So I think he's going to have a better shooting performance, go over that 30 points, and also have more assists than he had last game, too.
Yeah, and the Magic had been playing great defense as of late. I think they were the number one team defensively over the last couple weeks. So tough matchup last game, and he still got to 34. We're asking for over 36 and a half points and assists. It's 37 and a half on BetMGM already for almost the same juice. I think it's actually minus 125 on BetMGM, which is
Yeah.
crazy. So I expect him to at least go for 28 tomorrow. I mean, he can only shoot as bad as he did last time and then get more assists. So I expect the pace to help him out and help him get here. So I really like this pick for pick number three and Jackson, the AI pick of the day. Kind of correlates with pick number four here. We got the Hawks plus 1.5. So recency bias is a thing. And the Hawks just got beat by 25 against the Magic. And then the Heat actually beat the Bulls by 20 or 19 themselves
Yeah.
last night. So everybody's kind of got that in the back of their mind. They remember the Hawks getting blown out. This line actually opened as Hawks minus one, and now it's flipped back to plus 1.5. So we're all over the Hawks here. It's the sharp side to be on for sure.
Yeah, I agree. And believe it or not, just a few years ago, the Hawks versus the Heat would have been a really great matchup. Now they're just fighting for the 8 seed.
Third year in a row, the Hawks have been to the play-in game.
Yep. They are playing merchants. Speaking of the play-in, we've got the Mavs plus 6.5 against the Grizzlies, minus 115 on BetMGM. It's going to be the late game tomorrow. But this is a really interesting series. Me and Eric were talking about it before the video, and we were like, keep an eye out on the Mavericks tomorrow.
Yeah. So basically, if you go to action, this is crazy because it says the Mavs should be favored by 5. And I've never seen anything like it. That's an 11.5 point swing. It says it's an A plus projection. And then on top of that, we're seeing all kinds of boosts for the Grizzlies to win this game. So this might be a live dog, but we're going to take the plus 6.5. John Morant is questionable. He kind of tweaked his ankle last game and was able to come back. He's officially questionable for this game. Even if he goes and we lose this line and it goes to plus 7, plus 7.5, I still would feel comfortable with this if Ja goes.
Yeah, I kind of do hope he plays,
Me too.
just so the numbers are right. Also, I think he will. He while he is kind of injury prone, he's pretty tough, and when he can play, he will play, especially in a play in game like this. He did come back and play in that game. They showed him on camera taking some ibuprofen, so it probably is very painful. Probably swelled up after that game, but he's had a few days of rest now, and I think he'll make a go at it. But even with him playing, I really like the Mavericks. Like he said, a live dog is very possible. Mavericks could pull this out. Nobody is expecting Memphis to lose to Golden State in a great game and then come back and lose to the Mavericks. But we've seen it before in the play in with the Warriors, actually. They lost to the Lakers when LeBron hit that shot where he was seeing 3 rims. And they actually played these same Memphis Grizzlies, and everybody thought the Warriors were a shoe in and ended up losing. So it is very possible that the Grizzlies lose this game.
Yeah, I agree. So we'll do a quick recap. Early pick number 2, 2:20 p.m. Get this one in. Over 10, the D-backs, Cubs, Astros money line. Jackson AI likes Trey Young over 36.5 points and assists. Hawks plus 1.5, and then Mavericks plus 6.5. So, like we said, the last 2 days, we were hot, and then we traded water a little bit, losing going 1-2 yesterday, and then hopefully 1-2 tonight. Hopefully we don't go 0-3. How's that looking?
There are 8 runs in the eighth inning, so we need 2 more runs in the next 2 innings.
Yeah, so hopefully we get that, and then we get back on track tomorrow.
Yep. All right. So that's it, guys. We will see you tomorrow.
All right, see you guys.